Hi there, Gary Fong here, and I want to explain the Phottix slave, which currently I think is probably my favorite way of triggering the remote slaves. And I'll tell you why. So, on all of the other, like the Nikon Creative System or the Canon Multiple Flash System, there's just a very, very complicated menu thing that you have to go through, and it really took me quite a while to become very proficient at their systems. And then on top of that, once you become proficient on those systems, then you have to use the radio popper as an added accessory to get you around corners or out in bright lights or anything like that where this isn't line of sight. So radio is by far the answer, but it's very, very complicated to use on the Canon or the Nikon creative systems. I have videos to show you how to do those. So the solution to the Phottix, now the Phottix is different because you can't have a flash on your camera, which actually makes sense because why would you want to if you're doing off-camera flash, right? On the radio popper, it does require that you have you tie up one flash on the hot shoe, but on the Phottix you actually liberate that second flash, so you can use that as an additional receiver. Now, on the back of this, let me just turn the power on. I'll show you how this thing works. It's pretty simple, actually. Turn on Mr. Power. So, couldn't be simpler than this. Let me get it to. Got to get it so that it. Okay, so there you go. So, you have. Sorry, I'm going to turn the light on. You have just basically these controls for channels A, B, and C. And you see on A I have it at manual power. B I have it on TTL at 00, which means that there's no exposure override or underride. And on C I have it on 00. So it's real simple. If you want to just basically change your power, you just select one of the modes and then you just go to minus, plus, select. I just navigate through the things, and then you can tell flash B to be a little higher, flash C to be lower, and that's like super, super fast because, oh, and here's the other thing. So when you get to the recipient flash, now this is for Canon and Nikon. To my knowledge, they don't do Sony. For the recipient flash, you basically take this guy right here and put it on the hot shoe like that, and then put this down here on either hot shoe mount or a tripod. It has both, which is kind of cool. Okay, so that's neat. Now look how simple it is to just say I want this flash to be on channel 1 through 4. So we'll say I want this one to be on channel 3, and get this. You want to take it and put it on group A, B, or C. So that's it. There's no complicated menus to go through. There's no holding down of buttons and cycling through things. You just basically it's mechanical. And so what I'd want to do is, like, say for example, I have all of the flashes on channel 3, and then I'd have one on A, like you saw earlier, one on A, one on B, one on C, and then I'll just tell the head unit, take the B one, and typically the closer it is to A, that would be my fill light, and the other ones would be accessories. So let's say I had one as a main light, second one as a fill, third one as a backlight or whatever. I could just tell it on A, which is the regular one, go regular TTL. On B, tone it down a bit. So let's take it down, one stop off of TTL, or even maybe manual. And then on C, take it down a bit to that. So you can control 3 different sets of lights. And then again, if you want to do more than just 3 lights, of course you can program, say, 10 of these and put them on group C, and that way you would have your all 10 of them just like, responding to the signal programmed by the head. This is the fastest way to get to multiple lighting. The quickest way, again, just stick this on your receiver flash, stick this on your camera, put your camera on manual typically, so that you can change the shutter speed, put this guy on TTL, and then look at here. How fast is this? If you want to do the thing that I'm going to show you lots of typically, a tool that I use quite often, it's the high-speed sync. Let me get this guy in closer. See that right there? This button says high-speed sync. So I press that right there, and boom, it's now in high-speed sync mode. That's it. And then all I do from this point on is I can control the camera on manual up to 1/8,000th of a second, provided that my flash on the other end is close enough and has enough battery power. But we'll explain that in the high-speed sync video. And then that's it. So the Phottix is really the way to go for so many reasons. If you just want to get straight into on-camera flash. Okay, so it's called the Odin, Odin by Phottix. Thanks a lot. Have fun.